We take you where cameras have never been allowed until now, as York Regional Police train for one of the toughest calls they can get. A mass shooting at a school. It's a mock attack, but as Avery Haines shows us, it's as close as it gets to the real thing.
Go on the right, go on the right. Entrance is right beside it.
The images are startling. An elementary school under siege. Bodies litter the hallways. An active shooter on the loose.
They hear screaming, they see smoke in the air, and then the shots start being fired down the hall. To get in there, stop the shots from happening.
Guns drawn, officers scramble in.
Hey guys, hold right here.
What you're witnessing is a first. York Regional Police have never before let cameras document their tactical training session. The lessons learned here they hope they'll never have to use. Mass shooting at a school.
I'd love to say it will never happen, and I hope it never happens, but you'd certainly appreciate it if it did happen and our members were ready for it.
Every single police officer in York Region will in coming weeks storm through these hallways training for terror.
Our purpose is to provide them training as realistic as possible.
Recreating crimes like Columbine, Sandy Hook, and Virginia Tech, the worst school massacre in U.S. history, where 32 people were killed and 17 wounded, including Christina Anderson, the girl in this iconic rescue photo, who was brought here to give officers a rare glimpse into what it's like to survive a slaughter.
He came in 3 times, and in that time he shot me 3 times.
Her story is chilling.
And I was trying to hold my stomach in to pretend like I was dead.
And she shares it with York Police as payback for the emergency crews who rescued her.
When I first started speaking, I thought, why would anyone want to hear this horrible story of the worst day of my life? And I realized that they train and prepare 365 days a year for what we've gone through, but very infrequently do they actually get firsthand accounts of what it's like.
The training day starts here in one of the school classrooms.
The average age for these guys is between 20 and 25.
Officers pore over the gory details of mass shooting crimes that have shocked nations.
How did it end for Lanza? He shot himself. This is approximately 6,000 rounds of ammunition.
It's because of these horrors that police forces across the continent have recently changed their protocol from waiting for backup to arrive to storming in, even if it's just one lone officer.
If we were to just wait outside for our tactical units, every time there's a bang, we can assume that somebody's dying.
And there's a surprising change of philosophy when it comes to what victims should do.
There is a realization now that the people who carry out attacks like this are big bullies.
Yep.
And that standing up to them actually is very effective.
Correct. The new philosophy is to exit the environment if you possibly can. If you can barricade yourself and you happen to be in the hot zone, then by all means do that. And the other is to fight the intruder.
That's right. One of the options, an obviously dangerous one, is fight back. Many mass shooters commit suicide with confrontation.
90% of them do commit suicide. So a lot of these events, most of these events, need to be stopped by somebody who's willing to take positive action against them.
Dry pistols to get ourselves started.
The classroom session done, the officers prepare for the mock assault. Armed with weapons, they're also armed with Christina Anderson's words.
I remember hearing one of the responders say, we have a lot of blacks in here.
Remember what her concerns were, watch your language when you're around the people.
And he came over to me, and first he said yellow, and then he said red up above me.
Christina's chilling memories, part of a training session York Regional Police hope they'll never have to use.
It's very much a reality. We need to be prepared for it.